everybody. Thank you again to Dr. Christina Azevedo and Dr. Andrew Mendiola and John Strum for that insightful conversation. Hi everyone, my name is Marty Hines and I am an event and film producer from Chicago, Illinois, and I am living with MS. We're deeply grateful for the inspiring updates that we've had and the opportunity to learn about this evening, and even more thankful to the Society for forging the path to get us there. As inspiring as these updates are, I do want to take the time to be really transparent about the realities of this disease. I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis 5 years ago while on a family vacation. I had no pre-existing symptoms that I knew of, and I found myself waking up to a shooting pain down my arm, resulting in me being paralyzed on the entire left side of my body. They didn't know if I had a stroke or a heart attack. It was the most terrifying day of my life. My sister, who's here today, was with me and found me that day. She thought that I was dying. An MRI later showed 19 lesions on my brain and 3 lesions on my spinal cord. And that was my entry into life with MS. The fear, the grief, the anger that comes in receiving this diagnosis is one that's really hard to put into words. And coupled with seeing the faces of this disease and not seeing a lot of people that looked like myself made it even more of an isolating experience. Even though to this day I'm still wrapping my mind around my illness, as a Black woman living with MS, I knew that I wanted and needed to take an active role in fighting this fight. I found the National MS Society very shortly after being diagnosed, and it was really a resource and a safe space for me to be able to try to quiet some of my fears. I found their district activist leader program. I immediately applied. Having the opportunity to go to DC with John and speak to my congressmen and senators about the effects of multiple sclerosis and advocate for what we needed to spread awareness and change policies. It's been life-changing for me. I was honored to join the Southern California Chapter's Board of Trustees, and it just gave me another opportunity to serve as a conduit in the race to find a cure. Something that was really personal for me and became a challenge for me was in 2022, the National MS Society asked me to participate in their ad campaign that was going to be running for MS Awareness Month. Initially, I was thrilled, I was humbled, I couldn't wait to participate, and then it really sunk in what that meant. I was going to be one of the faces of MS across the country. I was receiving photos from friends of my face on a bus in Houston. I would be in my neurologist's office and another patient would approach me because they had seen my commercial that just runs on loop at these doctor's offices. So these are things that I wasn't aware were really going to kind of happen. I was on a billboard in Times Square, and the weight of all of that, that my story was going to be something that everyone was going to know. I was still dealing with, did I want to share it at work? Was this something that I wanted to take so much of my identity? I was a little conflicted and hesitant, and I'm so glad that I did it because after the campaign aired, I was told about how inspiring I was and how much hope I brought to people that were facing this disease, and so much was given back to me from what I gave in terms of just sharing my story. And that challenge and kind of really picking up and being more vocal is something that I'm really hopeful that you all will, take a look within yourself and think about what you can do in a big way to stand up in this fight against MS. It also made me think about where I draw my hope from, and that's from my family, My friend Stacy, who's here with me, have been with me every step of the way. And then people here today, like yourself, that you've been supporting the National MS Society's mission for a world free of MS. And your support and commitment to helping find a cure is where I go when I need to refill my cup. Having survived brain surgery, a host of so many procedures and tests, being faced with new symptoms and new diagnoses, what seems like daily, I often get tired. I want to give up sometimes. I still get incredibly angry. I don't always feel like the inspiring person that was on that billboard in Times Square. There are times where I don't feel like I have any light left inside of me. But when I take a look around this room, I'm just reminded that I'm not alone in this fight. We're in this together, and I'm on the winning team. I know that we're gonna beat MS. My fire is ignited, and I know that in my lifetime, I will see a cure. It's been said already, but it bears repeating that this life-changing research and treatment would not be a reality without people like you. Our goal this evening is to raise $200,000 to continue to spread and propel the vision of the Society forward. I invite all of you to join in making a gift tonight. I want to give my heartfelt thanks to Stan and Pam Marin for their leading gift of $25,000. Thank you so much for your generosity. Thank you to Fern and Bob Sizer for hosting us yet again this wonderful evening. I'm just thrilled to see that you're here, Susan. It's really great to see that you're here. You can just feel the collective passion that's here in this room to beat MS. So if you want to take a look inside of your program, you're going to find a scannable QR code that will take you to the Society's online donation page. You also have envelopes available for you. They are just right on the table for you to put a check in if you prefer. These donations are so meaningful, and every single dollar gets us closer to a world free of MS. Please know that you are absolutely changing lives with your support, one of them being mine. Thank you for your generosity, and thank you for your trust in this work. And now I want to welcome our board chair and fellow MSer, Shannon Reeves, to close out this meeting.